Hi, I'm Dr. Amy J, and today we're going to do some meditation. I want to go over breath work with you and some nice restorative yoga stretching. So let's start with the breath. Very often we breathe backwards, and we really want to focus that when we breathe in, we want to bring the breath all the way down through the diaphragm. So many of us hold it in our chest. So when you breathe in, you want to think of a balloon. As you put air in the balloon, it expands. As you exhale, it contracts air, and your belly button pulls in towards your spine. So let's take some breaths here. And a really good way to tell if you're doing it right, I'm just going to go on my knees for a second, is to take your fingertips together, don't clasp your hands. And as you breathe in, my belly gets bigger, my hands separate. As I exhale, my hands come together. And that's really the breath you want. Now, I exaggerated that quite a bit, so hopefully you'll feel comfortable. So a couple of things. Let's first cross our legs. If you have any injuries, and this is really uncomfortable position for you, you could leave one leg out, leave one leg in, do what's comfortable, fold as much as you can, and a great idea is to use a block, especially if you have tight hips. So you would gently sit on the block and allow the block to allow you to sit forward. So that will open your hips. And you want to make sure you have a long torso. If you don't have a block, then use a pillow, or you can take a blanket and fold it. But make sure when you fold it nice and evenly. We're going to cross our legs and really relax your shoulders down. You want your body, again, to be long, the crown of your head to lift up to the sky. Focus on your breath. And let's take a couple of moments of silence. And then I'm going to guide you through some meditation. So allow yourself to picture yourself in a field. In this field, the grass is so green. The sky is so blue. And there's a cool breeze blowing. You're so free, and there's nowhere you have to be except where you are. And you're walking through this field. You could hear the trees. You could feel the softness as you walk through this grass in a field. And you suddenly see someone, and you walk towards that someone to see who and you walk closer towards this child, trying to make out who that child is. And you suddenly notice that that child is you. And as you see this child, you feel a warmth in your heart. Really picture that child coming towards you. You. And as the child approaches and you approach that child, you open up your arms and you give that child a huge hug. Just the way you love a hug. How often do you forget to take time to be with you? How often do you take care of everyone else except yourself? Today, this moment is about you. And that inner child is always with you. You're never alone. You feel so good. You feel so free. And so light. Let's take a couple more moments of silence. Let's gently bring our palms together, our hands to our heart. And gently and slowly open our eyes. And let's begin with the sound of Om. End. That was our guided meditation. And now I want to take you into some relaxing poses. So we're going to take a deep breath in. And as we take that breath in and exhale, we're going to exhale the sound of Om. Releasing your hands. Let's slowly take it on our backs. It's really good to have a strap. It's really good to have blocks. I always tell people, if you don't want to get a strap, you could use a tie, an old tie. And blocks are always really good to have to help you. So right now we're going to keep them nearby, but we're going to just lay on our backs and hug our knees into our chest. We're going to point our toes and flex our toes. We're so relaxed from our meditation, but yet so grounded and focused. Let's circle our toes one way and our feet and our ankles. And let's circle them the other way. And nice and easy. We're going to take our knees over to one side, but you want to keep your knees at least in a right degree angle. The tendency I see very often is people dropping their knees and letting their knees go down. So you want to take it up and allow your body to twist, opening up to the other side. If this stretch doesn't do anything for you, take your hand on top, pull a little deeper, or straighten that top leg out and allow yourself to pull in and twist. This is a wonderful back opener. If you're holding your leg, slowly release. Bring your head back center. And let's twist to the other side. Don't forget that breath. Bring it into your belly. And remember, if you want to straighten that top leg, straighten the leg and allow yourself to twist further. If your arms are up over your shoulders, allow them to come down. Have them below your shoulders. And slowly bring your head back center, your knees back center. And this time take your right hand on your right knee and your left hand on your left knee. And allow yourself to pull your knees open to a child's pose on your back. Good. Slowly bring your feet up into the sky, keeping your knees bent. Reach up, grab to the inside of your feet for happy baby pose. And slowly let's just rock it one way and the other way. Soft little rocks. Maybe 2 times each side. Massaging the back. And then slowly hold in happy baby pose. Bring your feet together. Grab onto your feet, the tops of your feet, and open your knees as wide as you can. Now if your neck is straining at all, take a block or a pillow and put it under your head. You don't want any stress on the neck. You want to open your knees as wide as you can. I don't know about you guys, but I'm really relaxed. Bring your knees in. I'm going to remove the block from under my head. And nice and easy, we're going to make nice large circles. So you have to have your right hand on your right knee and your left hand on your left knee. So you can move it around. And then we're going to move it back the other way. And then slowly, let's bring our feet down to the floor. And allow your knees to just drop this time. Really opening up now the hip. And you might feel it go through your iliotibial band a little bit, which is the side of your leg. Good. And then bring your knees back center and softly drop them down the other way. Now this time we're lengthening more. As before, we were doing a twist so you could open your low back. Now we're just dropping the knees down. Good, nice and easy. Bring it on your back. You're going to either grab onto a strap. We're going to do a nice hamstring stretch. You're going to put it on the bottom of your foot, and you're slowly going to lift up. You can keep your other knee bent. If you're more flexible, straighten the knee and pull it in as much as you can. Now, you also have the option of not using a strap and holding on to either your calf or your thigh. But if you hold on to your thigh, don't let your knee bend. You want to straighten it. You want to contract the thigh and pull in as much as you can and hold. Good, and then maybe slowly lift your nose towards the knee. And then gently release. It's really good to hold stretches for a while. Sometimes you might want to stretch a little bit when you're watching television. So let's take our other leg up in the sky. Gently pull in as much as you can. Or again, feel free to use your strap. And this time I'm going to use the strap, I'm going to pull in, and then I'm going to go and straighten my other leg. And then gently and slowly I'm going to walk myself up towards the knee. And slowly release, bringing the knee down. Bring your legs straight out and shake them out. And then gently roll over onto the side and slowly push yourself up. You want to make sure that when you get up, you don't just fly up. That'll put a lot of pressure on the low back. You should always have your knees bent, even if you rock up. Like that. Okay, otherwise, it's really good to roll over. And this goes for when you get out of bed in the morning as well, or the afternoon, whenever you're getting out of bed. Okay, nice and easy. Let's bring our feet together, open our knees. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, melt forward. So I could see some of you are already pulling with your neck. I want you to lift your neck up and your head up and keep your ears aligned with the shoulders. I don't even care if it's a tiny little bend. And remember, you can, if you're real tight, you can sit on that block, which will help open you up. And then when I come down, I can come down a little bit further. Okay? You can also remember use a pillow. So you're going to melt down as much as you can and hold. Keep your back nice and flat. On an inhale, come all the way up. Slowly, let's open our legs to a straddle. So in your straddle, even if you're here, be here. It's okay. You can use your strap by just gently grabbing on to the bottom of the foot again and pulling in. So here, we're really going to be working the inner thighs a little more. Okay? Before, when we were on our backs, we were working our hamstrings, the back of the thigh. Doesn't mean you won't feel it here. You're going to feel it in your hamstrings, but you want to feel it in your inner thigh too. So slowly, we're going to walk center and melt in there, and there's your beautiful inner thigh stretch. Take it down as deep as you want, really till you feel a point of tension, and at that point, you want to stop. Breathe while you're there, and then take yourself a little bit deeper. And now let's go to the other side. Use that breath, that belly breath. Use that breath, that belly breath. Good, nice and easy. Melt into that stretch. I know, keep my day job. Bring your legs together, shake them out, sit all the way up. On an inhale, reach all the way up, stretching through. Stretch through your back. And on an exhale, we're going to reach forward. Again, you can use your strap here, holding on towards the feet. You don't want to be here. Okay, you want to walk as close as you can towards the feet and then melt as if your waist is a hinge. Or you're just going to grab onto your feet. Beautiful. Slowly release. Shake your legs out. We're going to gently cross our legs. And again, if crossing your legs is an issue, just keep your legs out straight this time. And we're going to do a nice spinal twist. So we want to take our hand behind us, really elongating through the spine. And then you're going to grab onto the opposite knee and twist. And then slowly, so you can see from the other side, you're going to twist to the other side and hold. Good. Gently bring yourself back center and slowly bring your chin to your chest. And then melt your shoulders down. And then on an inhale, take your head back center and look up to the sky. We're going to do gentle half circle rolls. So you're going to bring your head to the side, your ear to your shoulder, and just bring your chin so it comes around your chest and then to the other side. Beautiful. And then slowly the other way. We're not doing full head rolls. We're just doing half. And let's do one more each way. Slowly. And then one more. Make sure you're breathing. Bring your head back center. Nice and easy. You're going to cross your arm across, just opening up your arms through your triceps, your shoulder, all the way down. And then if you want, you can add a little twist here. Totally up to you. And nice and easy, we're going to take our other arm and hug it in. Hug it in like we did that child. And hold. Beautiful. Slowly release. We're going to go into a restorative pose. Nice and easy, you're going to bend your knees. The first thing you're going to do is bring your palms flat and walk your shoulder blades in. Gently first, we're going to go into bridge pose. So you're gently going to lift up from the belly button and hold here. You should feel some strengthening through the quadriceps. You're nice and long and nice and strong. If you want to bring your hands together, clasp and walk your shoulders in and take it up a little bit higher, do that. Make sure your feet are a couple of inches apart. Slowly, if your hands are clasped, unclasp, gently take it down. Grab onto your block. And you're going to take it underneath where your low back is. Underneath the part that's under your low back. So where your sacrum is, if you're not sure, it's really important to know. Okay, here is my low back. My sacrum comes down here. And then I have my tailbone. So when I go onto my block, I want to be sure that it's pretty much under my sacrum and there's nothing uncomfortable about it. I want to melt my shoulders and arms into the earth. And slowly I'm going to pull my knees in. And then I'm going to lift my legs up to the ceiling. Now you can do the same pose and do it against the wall if you like. And just hold here. This is wonderful to get the blood flowing to your heart. Circulation. It's wonderful to lengthen and strengthen. It's wonderful to become aware. Slowly bend your knees, bring your feet gently down to the floor. Lift up your buttocks. Take the block out. And we're going to lie in Shavasana, resting pose. All you're going to do is let everything go. It's that simple. And take your time. Allow yourself to lie there as long as you like. And for today, remember, yesterday's history, tomorrow's a mystery, and today is a gift. That's why we call it the present. Let's be in that present. Have a wonderful day.